Hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of the Rental Battle Tournament. In today's match, we are facing Karma. Karma, just like Darren in round 1, uses Team 2, so we will once again be facing that team. We've beaten it before. Let's see if we can do it again. Fight! Glalie opens because it can use U-turn. I approve of this. And then it ends. I was already wondering, like, hey, there's one too many replays, but okay, let's see what happens here. Has a nickname. Oh yeah. Normally nicknames are fine in the tournaments. However, I wanted to keep consistency with the fact that the rental teams or rental Pokemon do not have nicknames normally. So I wanted to keep that consistent, but I only think I came up with that rule during round 2 after match had already been completed, I believe. So I couldn't enforce that rule during round 2, so I did make the rule update, tagged all the tournament participants in it, and said it has to be, like, starting round 3, the next round, which obviously no one had played at that time yet, because it was still round 2. Nicknames aren't okay. Sure, it doesn't change anything about the stats, same for shininess, although shininess can differ, like in random battle, like you could find a regular Raikou with Aura Sphere, which shouldn't be okay because only shiny Raikou can do that. Because it's only from an event where it's only shiny Raikou. But anyway, nicknames don't normally make difference, but I did want to stay consistent, and I announced it beforehand. So I did want to stick to that. And luckily we found it at the start of the battle and not during a battle, which saves us some time, saves us some problems. So they undid the nickname, went back to just regular Sunflora, and we go into this battle. Glalie Sunflora, they were nice enough to still open with Sunflora. And something I do have here, because I have the inactivity strikes. If a player is inactive, they get an inactivity strike. If they have that twice, they're disqualified, although they can still then join 2 tournaments, like later tournaments. I have the illegal team strike as well. Like if you have an illegal move in your team, let's say this Sunflora doesn't have Solar Beam, but if it would come up with Solar Beam, that's illegal, and that match would have to be redone, or they just lose that match depending on the severity. They get an illegal team strike, and same with inactivity strike. If you have 2 of them, you're disqualified. And illegal team strike and inactivity strike, they don't go together. So you can have one of each and still be in the tournament. But because I hadn't updated the nickname thing to the illegal team strike thing, they don't get an illegal team strike yet. So they're completely fine there. Let's actually do the battle. Leech Seed to get some health back. Sudowoodo comes in. I expected that. U-turn. Palpitoad. Let's go. They send Sunflora back in. I use Mud Shot, lower the speed of that Sunflora, and then I want to get out of there because I don't want to be hit by really hard moves. They expected to use Leechy, but they missed. I used Pluck. Nearly tackled the Sunflora, not quite though, which is unfortunate. They poisoned with Sludge, so very nice by them. I do heal a bit with Citrus Berry. Use Punishment, predicting a possible switch to Sudowoodo to deal a bit more damage there. Sunflora is out. Ice Shard and Vullaby. Weak Armor comes into play. It's not going to matter too much because, well, one, they're going to U-turn, and 2, their other is going to use Ice Shard anyway. Clang. Autotomize. Yeah, we've had this issue before. Now Quagsire comes in and I switch out anyway. Vullaby is Death Fodder. They Encore. Potentially predicting another Autotomize, not sure. I get to use one more move. Pluck. And that's the end of Vullaby. Palpitoad again. Mud Shot. Actually hitting the Sudowoodo this time. They stayed in, potentially hoping I would predict a switch. They weaken me with Tearful Look, then switch out to their own Quagsire. Water Absorb. Yeah, that's something I needed to watch out for. Unfortunately, I don't have water. A lot of Pokemon that were water, like a lot of the water type Pokemon actually had Water Absorb as one of their possible abilities, and I didn't want to have that on all of them. But Quagsire, I did put that on. But we'll get to that after the tournament when I look at all the teams. Devotion. Let's see if we can do something with you. Infestation, deal a bit of damage, and then every turn we deal a bit more. Unfortunately, Bulldoze dealt more than half of what I still had left. And that's Devotion. Vanillish still doesn't have Freeze Dry, but it has Frost Breath for a critical hit. Doesn't do too much in Sneasel. Sneasel used Fake Out, boosted by the normal gem. Not too much damage, so now Feint Attack. I Mirror Shot. And that is the end of Sneasel. Ledian comes in. I can hit that with a Frost Breath if I don't flinch. I don't. Good hit, but Ledian has very good special defense, so doesn't take as much damage as I'd hoped. I'm able to resist the Mach Punch, switching to the Ghost type Lampent. Flame Burst, Sudowoodo's pretty weak. Can use it again, Sudowoodo down. And knowing Lampent's defenses, this can work out really well. Bulldoze weakens Lampent, lowers its speed, but I can thank my defenses, and I'm going to keep repeating that if you haven't figured out what its held item is. Lampent, let's go. Switch out to Vanillish because I want that speed to do good damage. They actually used Fire Punch. That was really risky. Not sure if they knew that. I don't think they actually knew that I had Flash Fire. They likely didn't. They likely used Fire Punch because they thought, okay, if it's just not very effective, it would take out Lampent anyway. And I'd better not use my electric move because then they could potentially switch to Palpitoad and fully resist it. I actually switched to Vanillish as a Death Fodder to send in Palpitoad and keep Lampent's hit for later because it could deal a lot of damage. Bubble Beam here on Ledian. They boost their own speed. Let's see, Air Slash, they don't get a flinch. Bubble Beam, Ledian is out. Flaffy's the only Pokemon remaining. Echoed Voice, they're probably going to want to repeat that. I lower their speed, deal a lot of damage. Mudshot again, really low speed now. Echoed Voice does take out Palpitoad here. Lampent, let's go. Finish it off with Flame Burst, and that is a 1-0 lead for us. Battle 2. I open again with Vullaby. They opened Flaffy this time. I'm not a big fan of that, so you turn out. Their static does paralyze me. That is pretty annoying. Eerie Impulse lowers my special attack by quite a lot. I decided, let's go with Mudshot anyway. Maybe I'll lower their speed, might help out, but yeah, they resist it with their flying type. Tailwind comes in, increasing their speed. Quagsire. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to Totemize because then they're going to switch in Quagsire, so it just deals some damage at least. Vullaby. Vullaby's good physical defense, decent special defense, I guess, but they lower that with Acid Spray. I get out of there again. U-turn. Vanillish. Why is this a Freeze Dry? I can still deal good damage, though they can't hit me super effectively. Sneasel is in. I have to use Frost Breath now, so I guess that makes sense, and now they can safely switch into Sneasel, and I can't hit them with Mirror Shot, but I can still deal decent damage with Frost Breath. I switched to Clang. They use Laser Focus. That is interesting. And meanwhile, there's something about Encore. Yeah, Tailwind and Trick Room count the turn they're used as one of the turns that it's active in. Like, Trick Room goes for 5 turns, and at the end of the turn it's immediately already 4. Same for Tailwind, starting as 4, at the end of the turn is immediately 3. Encore is listed on Bulbapedia as lasting for 3 turns, so this was sort of a test for me. When could I switch to Mirror Shot? And I was Frost Breath twice after being Encored into it. So then, if it would work like Trick Room and Tailwind, then I would be able to use Mirror Shot again here in turn 10. That was not possible. I was still Encored, so it would be one more turn. In that case, I decided I'm going to switch. I'm not going to weaken myself more. Switching Clang. Hit him with Gear Grind. Good damage. Their Laser Focus did crit, but it wasn't good enough. I switched out when Sunflora came in. Not that Sunflora can do that much against me regular attacks, but the Leech Seed can be annoying, and I didn't want to use Gear Grind onto the entire time. They could probably heal too much. Palpitoad, weakened by Tearful Look, but I can still do some damage. I decided to use Bubble Beam here to do some more damage, but Sunflora comes in. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I switch into Vullaby, resist the Razor Leaf. Weak Armor comes in, but like now the speed, the Paralysis speed drop, and then the double speed from Weak Armor, they nullify each other. I U-turn out. I'm paralyzed anyway, so I'm not going to get double paralyzed. Fire Punch here, that likely predicted the switch to Palpitoad. Makes sense. And Mudshot, which they then resist. Lots of resisting, or predicting and resisting. Tailwind from Ledian, boosting the speed of what they have. Gear Grind actually deals pretty good damage, and a crit. This could be important. Another Gear Grind will just take it out. There goes Sunflora, and I don't get Leech Seed damage because of it. I switch. Water Pulse and Vullaby. They're still faster because of the paralysis. They crit. Vullaby is out. So it's 5-4. I still lead. Vanillish. Frost Breath takes out the Quagsire. Okay, let's go. Water Pulse. Good damage to Sudowoodo. They're probably gonna... No, not Rock. I think they have Rock Tomb, Rock Slide. Not sure. Either way, I'm out with Brick Break. Bubble Beam on Lady, and I predicted that switch. Clang comes in. They Air Slash. Lady can't do too much even with Mach Punch. We learned that in round 1, so Wild Charge is something I can do. And with Quagsire out of the way, I can totemize a bit safer, but Flaffy is there and Fire Punch and... Ha! Flash Fire! I got outplayed Rip. I felt strange when you used Fire Punch on Lampent earlier in the match. I did switch, so the secret stayed hidden. Dang, that's like 10 steps ahead. Well, I didn't purposely switch. I think I even say that like in the next turn. I didn't purposely switch to keep that secret hidden. It just happened to be the case. But I was able to make use of the fact that they didn't realize it yet. Because the fact that they did that seems so unlikely as a prediction. So they likely didn't know, so I stayed with this. Sudowoodo switches in. I just have a lot of power. I Hex anyway. Rock Tomb lowers my speed. Flame Burst still faster though. Sudowoodo down. Air Slash. Unfortunately, Dex with Lampent couldn't obliterate them with a boosted Flame Burst. Air Slash. Don't get flinched. I do get flinched. Then need speed advantage and flinch just to win. Increase my special defense. I do flinch, but late Mach Punch didn't work out. They thought it would be enough. It's not. Wild Charge. Ledian is down. Clang is down. But my Duosion and my Palpitoad were still there. Which gives me the victory in this battle, and with that gives me the victory in this match. So, in the 4 rounds of Swiss that we have, I'm looking very good to reach top cut. It's 3 rounds that we've had so far, and I'm 3-0. I've won everything, so even if I lose next round, there's still a very high chance I would reach top cut. It would be good, because I haven't won a tournament for 2 tournaments, and I'd prefer to have my title back. Things are looking good. I'll see you in round 4. Goodbye.